morning, everyone. I'm very happy because, I tried to convince Steve to come to Taiwan for the Canalis event for so many years. And finally, he made it. Even though I'm still a little bit worried about the Steve curse. Every city he pick up always have some issue, as he mentioned about Barcelona this year. However, luckily that, Taiwan has reached the best GDP in Q3. So I hope this will turn the curse to be the miracle going forward. Okay, so let me go back to Lenovo. It has been a very, very good year. As you can see that in the first half of this year, we have been growing significant, especially for PC. We grow in overall the company about 3%. We still see a very, very solid demand in the market, even in the second half, despite there are some challenges on the supply. But despite the challenge, we believe that the market will still be healthy, and then we're still looking for a very good performance in the second half. Then from the profit point of view, as you can also see that we have been growing more than 70% in the first half, and I'm pretty sure that, despite the shortage, we will be able to manage and then do some of the mix on the portfolio, and therefore the profit should continue. And also what is very, very important for Lenovo in the past couple of years is that we have been able to balance the geo. And as you can see, Asia Pacific today has been the biggest geo for Lenovo. And it's a very tremendous performance there for Asia Pacific. And then specifically for PC, that we have been hitting the record high share, nearly 25% based on the Canalis and IDC. Also, you can see that for Asia Pacific especially, we have been hitting 28% of the shares. And then if you see PC alone, in the first half, we grow almost like 8%. So today for Lenovo, we have pretty even distribution among all the geo. So China is now about only 22%. And if you recall, probably in 5-6 years before, the PC revenue from China account more than 60 or 70% of Lenovo. However, today we have been balanced. We have been growing all the business from everywhere globally. And now we see a very balanced portfolio for Lenovo. Now we go back to Asia Pacific. As you can see that not only we become the #1 PC player in Asia Pacific, but we also are the #1 commercial PC and also consumer PC. What is even more remarkable is that we have been #1 for all the big markets, including India and also Japan, and also Hong Kong and Singapore. And if you see the revenue point of view, we've been growing almost double revenue in 3 years' time. From less than 5 billion in 2016 to this year, we are pretty on track to hit 10 billion. So I think I want to take this opportunity to thank you all the partners here. Without you, we are not able to achieve this number. As you know that Lenovo, we are probably the only one rely mainly on channel. Channel is pretty much the main route to market for Lenovo. So we have been more than 95% or even 98% of our business go through channel. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you, all of you. And I'm pretty sure that we will hit another milestone pretty soon. We took 3 years from 5 to 10, and then I'm pretty sure the same speed will apply in the coming 3 years. So I think the success of Lenovo, on top of all your contribution, I think also contribute by our strong focus on PC. So on the core that we continue to maintain the PC leadership there, and also we have been growing significant on those growth area, especially for a workstation. I think we have been maintain probably more than 45% growth every geo in the past 6 quarters. So we have been double our revenue on the workstation, and I still continue to see the strong momentum for the workstation. Besides workstation, we also have very good performance on all the SMB channel, the gaming especially. We have been growing more than double this year. I think there are some challenges last year that we lack of some of the portfolio. However, this year we have been providing the whole portfolio on gaming, and we see a very tremendous opportunity there. Even though we are pretty successful on our commercial, our core business and growth area, we continue to invest our emerging area. So as you can see today, we have been the first always-on, always-connected PC provider in the industry. And also, we are pretty solid on our development of the AR and VR. And also, we put tremendous effort and resources on the smart office. And I know that Steve is pretty enjoy our Hub 500, the smart office technology in his worldwide office. So I think we are pretty much focused not only on the traditional core and even the growth area, but also we have been investing a lot on those emerging areas. And you understand why later, as this will be very, very important to our strategy in the future. So I want to give also a little bit color on our mobile business. As you know that back to 2016-17, we see a huge loss on our mobile. We even lose probably close to $500 million a year. However, in the past 6 quarters, we have been able to turn around the business. So today, we have been running a profitable, if not break even, but profitable business for mobile. And then I think there's a tremendous opportunity for us, especially in the commercial space. So I think if you consider with our strong PC position, especially on commercial, we are by far the #1 in the very large account PC space. We are able to potentially explore some opportunity for the commercial phone. So I think I also want to take this opportunity to tell our channel partner here that we will continue to focus on commercial phone, and therefore we will bring additional opportunity for the partner here. Data center, as Steve mentioned earlier, right? The hyperscale poses a little bit challenge for everyone, including Lenovo. Despite the challenge on hyperscale, I think Lenovo, we also improve our software-defined infrastructure by about 70%, and this is especially leading from AP. I think AP for Lenovo data center business is probably by far the best, and we continue to see the momentum there. On top of that, for the storage, after our joint venture with NetApp, we now have a perfect lineup for the storage. And you can see that this also contributes the growth of a storage of a Lenovo business here. And if you recall Steve's presentation earlier, the market in AP grew by about 5%. However, we outperformed the market, and the number in AP probably even better than 8%. And also, we continue to enhance our capability in the channel, and we continue to add the new partners. I think Sumiya, our leader on the server in AP, will give you more information later. So I think, as I mentioned earlier, channel is our primary route to market, and we appreciate very much. And we are probably, as I mentioned, the most significant player in the market today go through channel. However, we recognize we are not a very channel-friendly company, and we are pretty slow. According to our channel partner, we have a lot of obstacles to work with. We hear that, and we recognize that. That's why in the past 2 years, we have been working very, very hard and try to find a way to let the partner have the best experience with Lenovo. So I think from the speed of the core special bit, especially for the transactional bit, or even the cost credit, the dispute, all this, we are trying very hard to improve. And then we launched the Velocity, where stuff from last year, we have put in tremendous resources and try to improve our experience to the channel. So what exactly the Velocity here? I want to give a little bit more inside information about the Velocity. So we start from the planning and enablement, which we are going to design the best-in-class portal. So from the portal itself, not only providing you the marketing information that you require to do the business, but also we are going to have a lot of a dashboard that all the different persona in the company, in the distributors, or in the tier 2 that will understand where they are, what kind of information they need will always be there. Then we also have a focus on a sales fulfillment where the pricing become a very critical element there. we are going to have a very good improvement on the speed of the giving the pricing to the partners. So probably more than 90 to 95% of the transactional bid pricing will be approved in less than a couple of minutes or even right away. And also we are going to increase some of the AI capability there. Therefore, some of the intelligent pricing will be given and increase the win rate of the partners. And also from the program setting point of view, a lot of channel partners always complain about our target setting is not fair and also probably too slow. And we are also trying to find the solution that improving the target setting with more AI solution behind. And also we are going to improve our claim. And therefore, I'm pretty confident with that improvement of the velocity, that channel will feel that experience will be much better, start from the portal. And then we will be able to improve the productivity. And therefore, together, we can win more business and then grow together. And then, for sure, this is only the first stage. And as I mentioned earlier, we launched the velocity from last year, exactly in Canales in Hong Kong, announced by YY, our chairman, the CEO. And we are now ready to launch in AP. We will be ready in the Q2 next year. And we will start from almost all the countries, despite we are still fine-tuning some of the operational detail. But we are pretty much on track to launch in Q2. And after that, we don't stop there. We will continue to improve the portal. We are going to continue to improve the content. And we are going to continue to improve the experience that you guys are going to have. So I think going forward, we will continue to improve the chatbot, the AI chatbot, and also intelligent fulfillment, which is going to link to the inventory situation and therefore improve some of the fulfillment and then improve some of the win rate for the channel partners. So I think we want to take this opportunity just to show to all our channel partners, especially in Asia Pacific, we hear you and we are going to continue to improve our experience with you and hope that we can continue to grow our business. And therefore, the milestone, as I mentioned earlier, will be repeated again in the coming 3 years. So again, our vision, as my presentation shows, right? We are going to have a smart technology for all. And it's pretty much tied to what Steve just mentioned. The concept is pretty much the same. In this innovation world, that we want to have our business enable you or any other business, your customers, for the digital transformation. And this is always the goal of Lenovo. We are not purely a hardware company anymore. We are helping our customer try to drive in the transformation on the digital era. And this is very important and it's part of our vision. But how we are going to deliver it? We have a very solid 3S strategy. So the smart IoT, smart infrastructure, and then the smart vertical. And as you all know, we are still a hardware company. So smart IoT is very important for the PCSD, which is PC group, and then the MBG, which is mobile group. So with that devices bundled with some of the software and solution will form our SIoT, which is the major important part of our business. And also, as Steve mentioned earlier, right, the devices, all connected devices is going to triple even more. And if we see the traditional PC, the time today is probably like 250 million, continue shrinking. So we expect that it's going to be even close to 200 billion. However, the various devices, including the AR/VR, including the edge computing, all this is going to flow. And therefore, we expect those part of the new devices is going to grow much more than 200 billion or even close to 250 billion in the coming 5 years. So that's why it is so important for Lenovo not only focus on the traditional PC, but continue to grow and then evolve into the smart IoT space. Small infrastructure, this is where our DCG play. Today we have so many information and therefore storage, the infrastructure, the server, all this will become a very important anchor for us to provide the digital transformation and then in the smart infrastructure there. For the smart vertical, what we try to do is to pull all the hardware and then the software, leverage the new technology from the 5G, from the AI, from all the big data, and then provide some of the specific solution on some of the specific vertical. Today for Lenovo especially, we focus on smart manufacturing. As you all know that we have a very big manufacturing facility run by Lenovo ourselves. And this will be one of the smartest plant in the world. So the vertical for sure, we will start from the smart manufacturing. But not only the smart manufacturing, we are also talking about the smart retailer and also the healthcare. So there are probably 3 or 4 verticals that today Lenovo are focusing on. So I think the 3S is clearly a very simple and then easy strategy for Lenovo to deploy to help our customers for the digital transformation. But having said that, I still want to go back to the product, right? As everybody knows that Lenovo is still a product company. We have a tremendous innovation from the various devices, from the PC, from the AR, VR, from the any kind of smart IoT devices, and also to mobile, and even the server and storage. So I think, as you know, we also focus very much on the foldable. In Barcelona, Canales, we show our foldable PC to the partners the first time. And I think we received a lot of feedback. And everybody is very encouraging about the special and different form factor than the traditional PC. We struggle to get the foldable PC in time, but...
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you mind if I join you on stage?
Wow, so you managed to get the foldable PC.
So, this is the foldable device that you're talking about. These are very tough to come by because they're in pre-production mode, but I was able to get one shipped to me this morning from the factory. I'm happy to show it if you can give me a minute.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Do y'all want to see it? All right, cool.
So let me hold the mic for you, yeah?
I love when the COO has to hold the mic for me. All right, so this is the Thinkpad X1 Foldable. There's only so much that I can talk about yet because this device is going to come out in the second half of next year. But it's a very cool device. You can see it's open right now. It's a 13-inch OLED screen. And I can do a lot of stuff. So imagine you're going through your day. I'm watching a video right now. Maybe I wake up in the morning. I want to check the weather. Here, it's pretty nice today. A little bit windy.
We managed that.
A little bit windy, so thank you. Now maybe I'm in the office, and I'm going to dock the device, and I'm going to work on a document for Jamie where we're going to probably try to negotiate targets for our business. I'm going to do some shopping. I don't usually do this during the workday, but with this X1 foldable product, I can do that. We're going to have a conference call now. So I've got down here on the bottom, I've got some of the data. And again, as Jamie said, our business is performing quite well. So this chart would show that. And I'm doing a video conference with my colleagues. I've got an on-screen keyboard here, of course, so I can use this as a full-fledged productivity device. Going to run latest Intel processors as well as run a Windows operating system. And then, at the end of the day, I'm going to put it in book mode, and I'm going to read Jamie's forthcoming book, which you haven't written yet, but I'm going to help you with that. But of course, like I said, it's a foldable device. So for the first time ever, we actually have a foldable PC, and I can close it into a 7-inch form factor. I can put it in my jacket pocket, and I can walk away. So ThinkPad X1 Foldable coming next year.
Thank
you.
All right.
And Jamie, thanks for letting me interrupt you.
Thank you very much. So we will start to collect the order later. So as you know, we have some challenge on the supply of the CPU. However, this is coming out in the second half. So we will start to collect the order later. So, but we are not stopped there for foldable PC, right? As I mentioned, we have a serious foldable innovations. So we, as you also know, we launched our foldable phone the first time ever in California 2 weeks before. So it's also my honor to have Hans on stage to show you our new phone. But before Hans on stage, let's play the video.
Hello, Moto. They don't make 'em like me no more. One thing I know for sure, they don't make 'em like me no more.
like a supernova. Brand new code hanging on my shoulders. I got what you need, I'm your main controller. So hop right in and don't take it slower. Get on up to my cloud. Ain't nobody here's taking us down. Hit 'em with the rhythm, banging that sound. That's when we get 'em, hit the whole town. Got what you want, I got what you need. You bring the lock, I got the key. Come turn me on, can't get enough. Don't fit the box, don't fit the mold, cause you know I just tear it up. They don't make 'em like me no more. They don't make 'em like me no more. Make 'em like me no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Motorola Razr. Okay, it's quite a looker. But before we actually look at the phone, I would like to talk a bit more on the technology and the innovations which we have done to bring this device into reality. Motorola engineers have been working closely with the Lenovo research and technology, which to create a very unique, patented hinge. The resulting hinge is something that's very assistive, reliable, and offers just the right amount of resistance. So it offers you this very satisfying clasp when closing the phone. The hinge itself is actually made up of two stainless plates. What that does is that the plates will actually support the phone very firmly when you open this up. Okay? But it moves away when you close the phone, so that the display will form a teardrop shape to prevent any kinks or hinges when the phone is closed. And we are talking about the displays. What we want to say is that with Motorola, we have been working with flexible displays since 2011. That gives us a very competitive advantage over the other manufacturers who only starting to work with such technology in the past year. And just to show you what this phone can do, I'll quickly run through a couple of demo steps. When you take out the phone, simply twist it, and you will be able to take a very good selfie photo with the front camera. Okay? But when you open up the phone, what you will see is that the camera will automatically transfer to the rear screen, okay? And then the front panel will now act as an attention drawer, especially for your child, so that they can actually focus on the correct fact. Okay? But not to mention that, also the front quick view display, what that can do is that we will be able to do, it will actually be able to show you all of the instant notifications from your social network, messaging, WhatsApp. You can also control a lot of your favorite music applications and things. Okay? But as a true testament to the old Motorola, what we have done is that there is a quick Easter egg we done. Okay? That brings up the good old Motorola Razr experience for you. This is actually a full working dialer they can use. With that, I'll give the stage back to Jamie.
Thank you very much, Hans. And as you know that now we have so many orders that we cannot fulfill. So we are working very hard, try to increase the capacity of output. But for the time being, I think the sale is pretty well. So I think you will continue to see a series of innovation and then the product on the foldable. I know that our DCG team is still working on to see whether we can have a foldable server and then the storage. I don't know how they got there, but I know they are still working on. So finally, it's my last slide. So I just want the group here to take a very important 3 points from my presentation today. So first one, I think we have been showing a very, very good and solid performance this year. And as I said, we're still pretty confident in the second half despite the challenge. I know I already said many times of a challenge on supply, but unfortunately the supply is really, really critical. However, I think we're still pretty confident because we are working very hard try to mitigate the situation. However, I think the performance is very solid. We are very a solid performance result in the first half, and this will be continued for the second half. And also, as you can see, we are probably by far the most comprehensive company with all the products, from the PC, from the AR/VR, from all the devices to a mobile, and then the server storage. So we are probably the only one player that in the market can provide all the different devices to you. And then finally, as I spend a little bit more time than other subject today that to show you how much we care about the channel. We are very loyal and delight to have your support with the channel. So I just want to take this opportunity to again form our commitment to the channel, and I'm pretty sure with you, we can all grow together. So these are the three messages I want to leave to the audience here today. So a very solid company, a very comprehensive portfolio player in the market, and also very loyal to the channel, and therefore we expect that we can grow together. So I think that is pretty much my presentation today,